This is Module 4, Lesson 13, Slope-Intercept form. We're still trying to use similar triangles to explain why the slope is the same between any 2 points on a line. And we're deriving the equation y is equal to mx for a line through the origin, and the equation y is equal to mx plus b for a line through the point 0b. Now, let's start by looking at the linear equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. This is called the slope-intercept form. M is your slope. B is your y-intercept. It's where it crosses the y-axis. Okay? So M equals slope, the slope of the line. B is your y-intercept. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to graph the y-intercept. This is always the point 0b. It's where it crosses the y-axis. Okay? Then we're going to use the slope to find more points. Okay? Remember, slope is rise over run. Then we're going to use a ruler to draw a line through the points. Okay? If we start this, remember, this is y is equal to mx plus b. B is our starting point. It's where we cross the y-axis. This point is 0b. So in other words, we're looking at point 0, 1, where we cross the y-axis. Go to the origin, and we're going up 1 in the positive direction. This is our B. Okay? Now we use our slope to find the next point. Our slope is 2 over 3. That's rise over run. 2 over 3. From here, I go up 2 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. And I put another point there. Up 2 and over 1, 2, 3. Put another point there. Okay? So now all I've got to do is put a line through there. We're going to draw a line through the points. And I'm going to get us a small line and draw it through our points. Let's see. Start here, and let's draw our line through our points. It would look like that. Okay? And you could draw arrows on either end of your line, so you can show that it's actually a line and just not a line segment. Okay? Now let's plot the next one. Again, here's our b. We've got y is equal to mx plus b. You're saying, but there's a -2. This is not plus b. Isn't this the same thing as y is equal to mx plus a -2? When you subtract, it's the same as adding a positive. So we start at -2. Our point is 0, -2, because remember, when we're talking about the y-intercepts, it's at 0b. Our b is -2, so we start at -2. Then we use our slope, which is 4/3. Remember, 4/3. That's your rise over your run. I go up 4 and over 3. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the positive direction 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's another point. So let's do it again. Up 1, 2, 3, 4 in the positive direction. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we've got our points, and we can draw our line through them. Let's get us a line, and let's draw our line through them. Okay. Now, let's do the next one. Remember, we're looking for y is equal to mx plus b. Our starting point is our b. We're not doing a plus b here, so let's change this to equation. Y is equal to -1/2 x. And when we're subtracting, that's the same as adding a negative. So our b is -4. That means we start at -4. That b would be at 0. -4. So I go to -4 on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. -4. And then my slope is -1/2. This is your rise over your run. So I go down 1 and over 2. Down 1 and in the positive direction 2. Down 1 and in the positive direction 2. Down 1 and in the positive direction 2. Down 1, positive direction 2. See, now I've got a bunch of points, and I can put a line through them. Here we go. On this one, y is equal to mx plus b. Our b is 7c plus 7. That's the point 0, 7. So I go to 7 on the y-axis. From the origin, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now my slope is negative 3. If my slope is negative 3, that's my rise over my run. And you're going, well, maybe the run is 0. It's not. What would equal negative 3? Wouldn't that be negative 3 over 1? So I go down 3 and over 1 in the positive direction 1. Down 1, 2, 3 in positive direction 1. Down 1, 2, 3 in the positive direction 1. Down 1, 2, 3 in the positive direction 1. Down 1, 2, 3 in the positive direction 1. Down 1, 2, 3 and in that positive direction 1. Okay, now I just need to draw a line through my points. And there we go. There's our line. Okay, let's look at number 5. Remember our linear equations, y is equal to mx plus b. B is our starting point on the y-axis. But that's a negative. They're subtracting 5 here. Isn't that the same thing as adding a negative 5? So our b is negative 5. That means it's at 0, negative 5. So we go to negative 5 on the y-axis. Down 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. And then my slope is 2. That's my rise over my run. Okay. What can go down here and not change it? 1. 2 divided by 1 is still 2. So from here, I'm going to rise 2 and go in the positive direction 1. Rise 2, 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 positive direction 1. Okay? Now all I have to do is plot my line through here. Draw my line through there. And then let's do this one here. Okay? Remember our linear equations, y is equal to mx plus b. But this is not adding a b here. I need to change that equation. Y is equal to 1/4 x plus a negative 3. Subtracting a 3 is the same as adding a negative 3. So our b is negative 3. That means we start at 0, negative 3. On the y-axis, we go down to negative 3. Our slope is 1/4. Remember, that is our rise over our run. So I'm going up 4, up 1 over 4. Up 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I draw my line through these. Here we go. Now let's look at this one. Okay. My equation is y is equal to mx plus b. But there's nothing here in place of that b. What can I add to something and not change it? How about 0? So we're starting at 0, 0. We're starting at the origin now. And our slope is negative 5. Remember, slope is rise over run. What can I do to negative 5? What can I divide it by and not change it? That would be 1. So I'm going down 5 and over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. Okay, I don't have enough room to do it again, so I'm just going to use those 2 points to draw my line. And I'll continue my line out this way. Okay? Now, let's do this one. Y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, well, let's take care of our b first. Y is equal to, we've got negative x plus a negative 6, because adding a negative is the same as subtracting. Adding a negative same as subtracting a positive. So my point where we're going to start at 0, negative 6. Start at negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the y-axis, right? We're always starting on the y-axis. Then we use slope to find our next point. Well, there's nothing here for the m. There's nothing in front of the x. What can I put in here? What can I multiply this x by and not change it? About 1x. Okay, so my slope is negative 1. That's my rise over my run. There's nothing under there to run. If I divide by 1, I don't change it, right? Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Now I've got the line that I need, and see, I know it's negative. I know it's going down. So your slope was negative. We're starting at negative 6. That makes sense. We always start on the y-axis, and we use our slope to decide where our other points are. Okay, let's try number 9 here. Y is equal to negative 7/3 x plus 3. A linear equation is y is equal to mx plus b. B tells me where I start on the y-axis. I start at 3, the point 0, 3. So from here, I go up 3 on the y-axis. Then the slope tells me where to go. The slope is negative 7/3. That's my rise over run. So from here, I'm going down 7 and over 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and over 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, guys, we can draw our line through here. Okay? Same thing here. Y is equal to mx plus b. We always start at the b. The b in this case, we've added a 7, so we're starting at 7 on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then where do I go? Well, my slope is negative 2. See, my m is negative 2. That's what's in front of the x here. The rise over the run. And I don't have anything under here for run. Keep it as negative 2. I can divide by 1 and not change it. So from here, I go down 2, and in the positive direction 1. Down 2, in the positive direction 1. Down 2, positive 1. Down 2, over 1. Down 2, over 1. Down 2, over 1. Down 2, over 1. Okay, now I can draw my line through it. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Y is equal to negative 6 minus 1. We know our linear equation looks like y is equal to mx plus, y is equal to mx plus b. I wrote that wrong. Y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, this doesn't say plus a number, so I need to change that, right? Y is equal to 6x, and I need this to say plus. Plus what? Negative 1. Adding a negative is the same as subtracting a positive. Okay, so my b is at negative 1. 0, negative 1. That's where I'm starting. On the y-axis, I go to negative 1. Then I use the slope to find the other points. If my slope is 6, see it's in the same spot as m. If my slope is 6, we know slope is rise over run. That means I'm going up 6. What can I do to 6? What can I divide by 6 and not change it? I can divide it by 1. So from here I go up 6 and in the positive direction 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 1. Here we go. Okay. And I can draw my line. All right. Let's try the next one. All right, here's our linear equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, we've got to figure out what m and b are. Our b, what can we add to something and not change it? How about 0, right? So our b is 0. So our b point is 0, 0. That's the origin. What's our slope? Our slope is negative 2/5, right? That's what's in front of the x. That means that we're going, for rise, we're going down 2. For run, we are going over 5. From here, we're going down 2 in the positive direction 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? It's enough for us to plot that one. You're wondering why sometimes I only do 1 point, sometimes I do lots more, because I do as many as I can until I'm going to fall off the chart. Okay? You don't have, there's no set number of points to do. You just decide what you need to be able to plot your line. Let's look at number 13. If this is supposed to be y is equal to mx plus b, y is equal to mx plus b. Oh, this is not in the right order, is it? I need the thing with the x over here. So let's change the order. Let's turn those around, okay? Let's put the m here, negative 1/3 x. See, I need the x there. Plus the b. What's the b? It's 5, okay? So we know that our b is 5. We're going to start at 0, 5. Go up to 5. Okay, and our slope is negative 1/3. That's our rise over our run. Means we'll go down 1 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. Is there enough room for me to do that again? Yeah, I can do it again. Down 1 and over 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't have enough room to do it again, so that's enough right there. Let's draw our line. Okay, we got it. Same thing here. Let's look at what they've got for us here. Remember our linear equations, y is equal to mx plus b. Well, they've got the x in the b's place. I'm going to need to swap these. It's going to need to say y is equal to x plus negative 2 or x minus 2. Let's do that. X minus 2. Oops. Y is equal to x minus 2. Okay. Now, what's our b? Oh, we need to be adding it, don't we? Y is equal to x, and instead of subtracting a 2, we add the negative 2. So our intercept is at 0, negative 2 on the y-axis. This is where we start on the y-axis, is at negative 2. This tells me, the m tells me where I move, where I go. Okay, well, I don't have anything in front of the m, in front of the x, nothing in m's place, right? What could I put there and not change the x? 1. 1 times x doesn't change. So my slope is 1. Okay, we know slope is rise over run. So I'd be going up 1 and running. What can I do? What can I divide 1 by and not change it? 1, right? So I go up 1 and over 1. 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 And I'm just doing this several times until I get to the end of it. I can't put any more. And then I draw my line. You don't have to put that many. I put that many so I could just make sure I was drawing it well. That's all I did, okay? Let's look at number 15 down here. Same situation. Y is equal to 6 plus 3/2 x. Okay. If I've got y is equal to mx plus b, the x is here, so I need to take all of this and move it over there. And I need to take this b and move it over here. Y is equal to, see, your m is 3/2. Here's your x plus your b, which is 6. I start at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I start at 6 on the x-axis. And then my slope is 3/2. That means I'm going to rise 3 and run 2. From here, I go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and over 2. It's going to look sort of like that, guys. And that'd be my line. Okay. And then 16. Let's do 16. I need this to look like y is equal to mx plus b. But look, my x is over here and my 8's over there. We need to swap places with these two, don't we? Y is equal to negative 7/5 x plus 8. That's negative 7/5. So I'll make sure we see that. Our m is the negative 7/5. Our b is 8. Okay, so we're starting at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going down 7 and over 5. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and over 1, 2, 3, 5. There's a point. That's as far as I can, as many points as I can get in there. I'm going to draw my line. There, I've got the line drawn. Okay. Now, that shows you how to take a linear equation in point-slope form, and from it, use your y-intercept as a starting point and your slope to tell you where to move. That way you can plot a linear equation.